I don't care whether you like Trump or not. Trump governed this nation in a responsible way where everybody prospered. And if you don't believe that, you're a moron. Every single thing, every single indicator was on positive territory. All the working people, no matter what color they were making more money and there were more jobs. We didn't have inflation. We didn't have supply problems. We didn't have any of it. Now we got all of it, in addition to an open border.
Yes, that is not all. There is this video Tucker Carlson had with Patrick David. Take a look at this.
Who's going to win the presidential race and why?
Who's going to win the presidential race and why? I think right now, if it ended today, right? If it ended today and you looked at the states, Wisconsin, Biden has, you can go through the others. Trump has a big lead, I believe, in Arizona and another state by 11 points, 50-39. He's got a 3-2 and 11-point lead on the 6 states that matter. They're not even looking at North Carolina right now. They're like, no, it's going to be his. It's red. We don't even want to report it as a battleground. No, not even reporting it. So if it ends today, it's him that's going to win it. However, it's not ending today. The amount of gamification that could happen between now and November 5th, it's endless. Gamification, manipulation, you call it. There's a lot of things you can do. So for me, there's a part of me where on the left side of my shoulder, it's a guy that says, future looks bright. It's going to be great. We're going to take over. It's going to be awesome. America's going to be the greatest country in the world and everything's going to be okay, right? Then there's another guy on this side that's super paranoid. But what if?
But why would they be paranoid? It's not like they're going to
Yes, in another important video, Patrick David warned the next George Floyd event is coming. They need chaos back again, except they are going to do it again in different way. PBD says that smearing Trump does not work. He is pulling 13 points higher among black voters this time around. So what is the strategy? You need chaos. All they are waiting for is the next George Floyd. Pat David says that strategy worked very effectively in 2020. That is all they need. They need their next George Floyd. And what month are we in right now, today? What? They discuss a lot, which I don't want to go all into that. I'm just going to go straight to play you this video so you can see exactly what is going on. I've done a lot of videos and what I see going on, it is extremely concerning. Before we go into that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you click the share button.
I guess the difficulty for the power worshiping community is that they already did this in 2020. And now that, tempers have cooled and people can think clearly, nobody actually thinks that was a free and fair election. It wasn't. And so the bar is a lot higher. Like, how do you do that again? And if you do it again, everyone's going to know you did it again. And then what kind of country do you have in January of 2025?
Study trends. If you, a great stockbroker is somebody that looks at trends, seasons, months, days, announcements, quarterly calls, industry, market, election. You have to look at everything on a board to say, according to this and X, Y, Z, and what's going on right now, this should happen next in the next quarter. Go to the history books and look at, when we raised the interest rate this many times, here's what happened next. When we were going through inflation, you look at all the case studies. It first happened, Jennifer and I are in Beverly Hills. We're about to have a board meeting. And then last meeting, everybody that's supposed to fly in cancels. I'm like, what the hell is going on? We brought the kids. We're about to go to Universal. That's the day Rudy Gobert gave Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz it. And, NHL shuts down, NBA shuts down. That's the day. Disney shuts down Universal. What the hell is going on? We got to fly back. We fly back to Dallas. I take the family to the house. I come back to the office and I'm studying all the different that we've had. And you'll see out of all the panics we've had, how the market has reacted. 90% of the top 10 panics we've had, massive market drop off, but every one of them 6 months later, it came back to exactly what it used to be, if not higher. Yes. There's only one that didn't recover for 12 months, and that's AIDS. Everything else, 6-month recovery, right? So I could sit there and say, well, this could be fear. Market's going to go down to 18,000, 17,000 down, whatever could happen. but it's fear. It's going to come back up 6 months later. That's exactly what happened, right? Boom, boom, came back up. Okay. So trends, things to study, patterns on what's going on with today. If we go to 2016 election, the mistake mainstream media made was what? CNN kept inviting Trump. He said yes. They kept inviting him. Yes. MSNBC, yes. So we're getting all these crazy ratings. We're killing it, MSNBC. No, he's bringing you ratings. And then all of a sudden they're like, guys, we created a monster. It's too late. We've done $500 million of free media advertisement for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't even need to spend the money on it. Holy shit. He just won. Are you kidding me? This didn't work. The defamation and, all this stuff. Damn, guys, this is not going to work in 2020. So go to 2020. What did they do in 2020? We got to find a different playbook. 2016, they used Me Too, backfired on them when Trump brought the candidates, showing and all this other stuff, right? And he's like, well, let me tell you who we have here. Paula this, and you see Clinton looking like this, that famous picture.
Oh,
right?
I was there for that.
So 2020.
All of Bill Clinton's girlfriends.
Pretty impressive, right?
It was amazing.
Yeah. 2020, May 25th, you need chaos. May 25th, what happens? George Floyd.
Yes, I believe you watched this video. I decided to play it to a certain level without interruptions so you can see exactly what they said. Now, taking a look at what is going on, we have seen how Trump dominated in the polls, and CNN has been calling this out over and over, and it clearly shows Trump is breaking a record that has never been broken. So what would they do this time? That is the question a lot of people are asking. I believe you've seen this. It is concerning, right? When you take a look at people like this sitting down to talk on this, I always like to be careful, not to say things that are not right. Reason, sometimes I do more of reporting on certain topics, avoiding to make mistakes. I want to know your suggestion. Drop under the comment sections what you think or what you observe with Democrat. I did a segment where this lady in New York came out to say, oh, Trump is blabbing. Trump cannot win. Trump cannot do this. And I was just looking with one eye, like, does this lady know something that we don't know? Because you cannot be sounding this way. Democrats are not actually doing some kind of campaigns that we are seeing. Look at what Trump is doing. Despite going to court every single day, he still tries his best, to do campaigns. In as much as they're struggling to stop him, I want to know, bring me videos of Biden, where he break records, Maybe they'll see shock people, with some kind of crazy numbers.
What was the crowd like and what kind of response did he get?
Well, certainly a bigger crowd than I think Democrats would like to see, particularly given this is one of the bluest counties in the entire country. Now, one of the things that was interesting to me is that the Trump campaign said that they were going to micro-target to get people from the community to come to this rally. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've gone to a lot of these rallies across the country, and there are often people who travel hundreds of miles to see Donald Trump, and they're not necessarily part of the community. However, one of the things that I found was that there were a lot of people here that were actually from the Bronx.
Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx. In having the Bronx great again.
We know him better than anyone, and that means we understand what he's all about is just for himself. So